All right. Hello, 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 and happy Tuesday. All right. So, did you know that your life insurance could be more than just a safety net? So, it's not just for the death benefit. Okay. And so, for entrepreneurs, this can be a powerful investment tool that builds cash value and also helps to fund your business growth. And so, in tonight's live, I'm going to go in depth and talk about how you can use life insurance as a tool um, in order to grow your money. Okay. And so, if you are new to me, my name is Katrice. I am a licensed health and life insurance broker and paralegal, and I help entrepreneurs to grow, protect, and secure their money using a comprehensive personalized strategy based upon their financial goals and financial goals, needs, and risk tolerance. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and let's jump into it. Okay, so there are pretty much three different types of life insurance. There's term life, there's whole life, which is permanent life, and well, whole there's term life and permanent life. Okay, and under permanent life there is whole life, and then there is universal life. Okay. And so now, term life insurance is insurance that covers you basically for a term. And so, all it is a death benefit. It doesn't have any investment or cash value component to it. Okay. And so, the insurance that I'm going to be really diving into in tonight's live is permanent life insurance, which is whole life and universal life. Okay. So, permanent life insurance is for people who are seeking long term financial security for both their business and their family. Okay. And so there's two main types of permanent life insurance, which is whole life. And whole life is a traditional form of permanent insurance that offers a death benefit and a predictable cash value growth rate. Okay. And so when you're looking at whole life, the cash value, the rate at which it grows is fixed. It's a fixed amount, a fixed rate at which it grows, which offers um, a very conservative approach to growing, because and a very stable approach, because it's not based upon the markets. It's just a fixed rate at which it grows. Okay. um, the premiums are fixed, and the policy bills guarantee cash value over time. Now, it does typically grow cash value at a lower rate than universal life, but it's stable, it's predictable, and it's predictable growth over time that you know you'll be getting, as long as you pay the policy, right? And it covers you. You are protected for your full whole life. Okay. And then there's universal life. Okay. Universal life is a lot more flexible than whole life insurance, which allows for adjustments to the premium and death benefit as needs change. Okay. So there's universal life, and then there's indexed universal life. Okay. Index universal life is it is tied to the markets. However, with index universal life, there is a floor that you will hit, so you don't lose any cash value. If the markets are really bad that year, you don't lose cash value, but you also don't. It doesn't grow. Okay. Um, so wherever your cash was at the beginning of the year, that's where it stays if the markets have a downturn that year. Okay. And now the cash value grows based on a combination of the minimum interest rate and the performance of the insurer's investments. So this is why it gives a higher potential for higher returns. Okay, but these returns are not guaranteed. Okay, so let's talk about how cash value builds and grows. Okay, so your cash value, each premium payment that you make towards your permanent life insurance, it has two components. Okay, there's the cost of insurance and the cash value accumulation. Okay, this is very key, especially when setting up your index universal life, because if there's not enough cash, if it's not set up properly, the cost of insurance can make the policy to fold. Okay, um, and so it won't have the cash value, the benefit that it is supposed to have. So it's very, very important that it is set up properly. Okay, and so the cash value grows over time based on the interest rate or the dividends declared by the insurer. Okay. Now, if your policy does participate in dividends, those dividends you can receive as a check, or you can take those dividends and you can reinvest them into the policy to increase your cash value. Okay. Now, there's also tax deferred growth as well. And so the cash value in the policy grows tax deferred. So you're not paying taxes on the growth until the money is withdrawn or borrowed against. Okay. Now, when you take out a loan on the policy, you don't pay taxes. However, if you withdraw the money, you do. Okay. And so this is a major advantage for those who are seeking to grow their wealth without the immediate tax burden. Okay. And so cash value can be um, accessed without triggering income tax, as long as the policy remains in force and any loans taken against it are repaid. So you do have to repay the loans, and then if you don't repay the loans, it does subtract what you owe from the death benefit. Okay, so if you are going to take out any loans, you definitely want to pay those loans back so that it does not take away from the death benefit. Okay. Now, the life insurance policies grow at different rates depending upon the insurer's performance. So, for example, whole life insurance typically has a guaranteed growth rate, while universal life may offer a flexible interest rate based on market conditions. Okay. And so it's important that when you are sitting down and you are looking to purchase insurance, especially if you're using it as an investment tool, that you research with different insurers to find the policy that will best fit your risk tolerance and financial goals. Okay. Um, hold on here. Let me see. Let me check my notes here. Um, okay. All right. Okay. Now, one thing, once you've begun accumulating cash value in your life insurance policy, um, you can use these funds to pay your policy premium, to take out a loan at a lower rate than what the banks offer, to create an investment portfolio that maintains and accumulates wealth. And you can also use it to supplement your retirement income. Okay. You hear a lot of people talking about index universal life, because with index universal life, you can't, there's so much more that you can do with it than just a regular traditional whole life policy. Okay. And I'll do another video on index universal life, really breaking it down how it can work. Okay. All right. And so you can borrow against the policy um, as an investment tool, as a funding tool, and you can access the cash value in your life insurance through loans. I recommend all my clients to do loans because loans are normally tax free. If you withdraw the money, then it is looked at as income, and you're going to have to pay taxes on that withdrawal. Okay, so but the interest on the loan, it does accrue interest over time. And like I said earlier, if the loan is not repaid, it will reduce the death benefit and your cash value, obviously. And so when you are looking to take out a loan against your policy, there is no credit checks, um, which is a major advantage, especially for entrepreneurs who may not have access to traditional business loans or lines of credit. Okay. Now, obviously, you can't take out a policy today and then tomorrow go and access cash value because there is no cash value. You do have to let it sit. Um, you have to let it sit, obviously, and to accrue and get the compounding interest. But after letting it sit for, 5, say 5 years, then you will have accrued the cash value. At that point, you will be able to tap into it to get a loan. Okay. Um, Now, you can also tap into your policy to fund business expansion or acquisition, to purchase equipment or inventory, or to bring cash flow in during slower business periods. Okay. The fact that you can have the access to quick cash from your policy can offer more flexibility and less financial stress compared to traditional lending options. Okay. And so you can access the cash without the need for external approval processes or overcomplicated paperwork. There is no strict repayment schedule compared to bank loans or lines of credit. And in some cases, you may be able to use the policy as collateral for additional loans, further leveraging your investment. And it really just depends upon, what you have going on financially, and how you want to access it. Okay. You can also use it in order to, like for your children's college tuition. You can use the money for anything. There's really no restrictions on how you can use the money, which is another great thing, which is, when you go and take out a business loan, most business loans, they need to be used for business related, purposes. And so with using your cash value in your life insurance policy, you can use that money for whatever you choose to use it for. Okay. All right. So here are a few risks and things that you want to take into consideration when it comes to the cash value. It does have an impact on the death benefit, like I said earlier. And so it's a valuable resource for funds, and getting a loan against but when you get a loan against the policy, it will reduce your death benefit if it is not repaid. Okay, which means that your beneficiaries may receive a smaller payout when you pass away. Okay, so you want to make sure that you repay the loan back. However, if you choose not to pay the loan back, but you have other things in place that, will still funnel, that can make up the difference, that's up to you. But in most instances, you want to repay that money back. Okay. And if you fail to repay the loan and accrue interest, it does lower your cash value as well. Okay. Um, Now, when you borrow against your life insurance policy, it does come with an interest rate, which can add up over time. And so you also need to understand the potential costs involved and have a plan to repay the loan within a reasonable time because it can make what you owe more. Okay. And if you fail to repay the loan or maintain your premium payments, there is a risk of the policy lapsing, which, if the policy lapses, you will lose both the death benefit and the accumulated value. Okay. And so, if you are wanting to, you know, take out a loan, tap into your cash value, you definitely need to work with your financial advisor or insurance agent to help you to get the process started and also to manage it to make sure that you avoid those pitfalls to make sure. And then you also need to know that if you take out, if you borrow against the policy, that you will be able to pay that money back. Okay. You don't want to get the money if, you're like, I don't know if I'll be able to pay it back. Um, so, you definitely want to weigh the pros and cons, look at your financial situation and make sure that you can um, pay the money back. Okay. All right. So life insurance can serve as a powerful tool for entrepreneurs, not just as a safety net, but a flexible financial tool to build wealth and to fund your business's growth. Okay. And so if you want more in-depth personalized information about purchasing whole life insurance, universal life, or index universal life, you can definitely schedule a life insurance consultation with me, where we can sit down, we can go over, look at your needs, look at your goals. Now, the one thing when it comes to that I do need to mention, when it okay, if you have any type of more than likely will not be approved um, permanent life insurance. Okay. Um, MS, multiple sclerosis, you won't be approved normally at like a preferred rate. You'll be, tabled. You'll, you'll be rated, which means you'll just have to pay more, because the cost of insurance will be a little you because of your condition. But if you are healthy, you have no conditions, then and this is something that you want, definitely would be approved. Either way, if you don't have life insurance at all, then you definitely want to schedule a consultation with me so that we can sit down. There is life insurance available for you. Okay. No matter your health situation, um, there is life insurance that is available to you. And so it's just a matter of sitting down and figuring out everything, and then I can find whatever it is, what a carrier that will cover you. Okay. All right. And so that is what I have. Wasn't going to be super, super long today. But if you want to book a life insurance consultation with me, you can go to the link in the description to my link tree and book a consultation. Also, if you want more information about how to calculate life insurance, you can also get my free ebook, which goes over how to calculate life insurance. And it also comes with a worksheet to help you figure exactly how much life insurance you would need. All right. And so until next time, remember that no one is coming to save you. And so you got to make sure that you financially save yourself. All right. I will see you guys on the next live.